The Batman continues to dominate in its second weekend, closing in on $238 million in the US and over $400 million worldwide. Last night, I decided to watch the movie for a second time, and I was able to set aside some of the comic book aspects that everybody was watching for, since it is a Batman movie after all, and appreciate it for the crime/mystery thriller that it really is. If you're new here, I'm Brad, welcome to Let's Talk Movies, and in this video, I am sharing some new thoughts on Matt Reeves' The Batman. First of all, to anybody who thought that Robert Pattinson was a great Batman but a terrible Bruce Wayne, I disagree. I really appreciate the amount of effort that went into making Bruce Wayne a damaged, scarred human being rather than this
genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
And I would argue that it's the realest version of the character that we've ever gotten in a live-action film. I mean, think about it. It would be scarring enough if your parents died in front of you as an adult, but the fact that he saw that happen as a child, he's not in a good place. He has wrestled with this all his life. He has wrestled with Alfred. Alfred has wrestled with this all of his life. This has scarred him as a human being. His entire existence as an adult has been damaged by what happened to him as a child. He can't escape it. As my co-host Miguel said, he's putting on the mask of Bruce Wayne. Batman is his real self. And the Riddler even reiterates this in the scene where Batman is talking to the Riddler in Arkham Asylum, because he actually says to him, you know, this is the real you. The mask is the real you. Everybody wants to unmask you and see the person underneath, but the person underneath is not you. This is the real you. Batman is the real you. Bruce Wayne doesn't feel like he can make a difference as Bruce Wayne. He feels like he has to be Batman in order to really make a difference in Gotham. That's what makes the whole story arc with the kid. When he sees him at the beginning, he sees himself in the kid. The kid just lost a parent. And then in the middle of the film, when he saves the kid at the funeral, at the end of the film, he saves the kid. It's ironic that the child is the first one that reaches out and trusts him, that actually trusts him as Batman to help them escape. And then the final scene of him holding the flare, Batman is literally leading people out of the rubble. He is leading people into the light. That is the ultimate redemption arc. He no longer sees himself as vengeance. He sees himself as justice, as hope. He sees that Batman has to be more than just vengeance. He has to be more than bloody fists at midnight. Batman has to be hope. Batman has to be protection. Batman has to be justice. Another thing is there are zero bad performances in this movie. Robert Pattinson, Colin Farrell, Zoe Kravitz, Paul Dano, every single one of them knocks it out of the park with their characters. Each character has a richness and a depth to them that we have never seen in any previous live-action iteration before. Not only does it pay homage to what came before and other iterations of those characters, but it brings something new and it leaves room for these characters to be developed, to grow into more comic book accurate versions of themselves in future installments of this Batman franchise. I love that this story leaves us with somewhere else to go. Gotham is in shambles. It's very obvious that new criminals are rising up in the wake of what the Riddler has done to Gotham. And Batman knows that he has got a struggle ahead of him. Catwoman even says, you know, there's going to be blood in this. This is going to be a bloody battle. This is going to be something that challenges Batman and challenges our protagonist in this story as we move on. I really hope that in future installments of this franchise, we get this same layered detective thriller crime drama story that they really built up. It's got such a great feel and such a great aesthetic, and I think it really works for this story that they were trying to tell. Seriously, I have got to tip my hat to the cast and the crew and to Matt Reeves for making this thing happen. Because if I'm being real, this is probably my favorite iteration of Batman that we have ever gotten on screen. This is the DC film that we have so desperately needed. Even though it is a dark, tangled storyline. There's a beauty to the score and to the cinematography and the way that it's shot, especially at the end of the film when you get the reds and the blues of the electricity, of the flare and the water, the sunrise at the end. It's shot so well. And don't even get me started on Michael Giacchino's music. It's sensational. I am so excited to see what Matt Reeves and the rest of the cast and crew have up their sleeves for the next installment. And if you would, please let us know what you thought of the Batman in the comments below. Our full review and discussion of the Batman is live on our channel now, so you can go check that out, as well as our full ranking of every live-action Batman performance from Keaton to Pattinson. New episodes of our shows premiere every single Tuesday and Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at We Talk the Movies. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.